Alright, this one's going to also be a long video. We'll go over the Raidbots website. Now, there are a few things I'm going to use in this video, one of them being the On add-on, and the other one being Simulation Craft. Now, I'm going to go ahead and copy this right now so I don't have to go back in game immediately, but here we go. So we're going to go to Raidbots. Raidbots. Alright, so a couple neat things we can do here. I'm actually going to log out so I'm not using the premium version. So this top gear will actually take everything that you have in your bags from that Simulation Craft export. Now it'll put it all here. And if there's something you're wondering about, whether it will be better or worse or how it really compares, you just click it and it'll highlight it. It'll go through how many iterations. So you have 300,000 iterations that you can go through. So if you click a few, you can obviously see it'll rack up pretty quick. Red is bad, so I will uncheck some stuff. It's a horrible trinket. Uncheck that. These are all healing stuff, so I don't care about that. So we'll start with the fine top gear. Now, I'm not going to wait for these to show up. I'm going to go ahead and kind of skip forward here. So the Droptimizer will actually go through and take your spec. So obviously we have my name here and the server, and here's all the gear that I'm wearing. This is probably going off WoW Armory. And you can actually go through and say the Eternal Palace. Well, I'm rating Heroic. Here's 430. Here's Feral. And I lied. You can't go through that. Oh, Azerite gear. So that's right. So you can go through here and get all the normal gear, just not the Azerite gear, because there's a lot of iterations with the Azerite pieces. So down here, I didn't go over this with the top gear, but you can choose what you're doing. So Dungeon Slice, Mythic Plus, essentially. Patchwork is bosses. Now, we'll go with Patchwork. Actually, we'll go with Dungeon Slice. I lied, because that's what the gear that I have is. So we'll hit Run Droptimizer, and it'll go through this. Now, we'll go into stat weights. So stat weights, same exact thing, same concept. You can actually put in here the paste from your export from Simulation Craft, and it'll load everything that you have, and it'll load. So if you swap a few pieces, you can take an export, paste it in here, run it again, generate new stat weights. So we'll go through and we'll choose Mythic Plus because that's what gear that I have on is, and we'll hit generate stat weights. Now instead of waiting for these, I'm going to actually go ahead and log in here. I can remember my password. Alright, so I'm going to go into a few lists here that I have already run. So I ran a few on my Beastmaster Hunter. So I've got stat weights, gear compare, and Droptimizer. So stat weights will show up just like this for the criteria that you have chosen. So for this one I have chosen Patchwork. And these are the stat weights based on the gear that I'm wearing. This is what I need. So you can take this and actually paste it. I went through this in a different video. You can paste this into on and hit OK, and it'll show up over here, and it will also show up on gear as as you can see, Restoration Noxic. This is a 36% upgrade for my Resto set. So it'll show you the stat weights or the increase of each piece of gear that is an increase. Anyway, we'll move on to gear compare. So the gear compare, actually go back here. Gear compare is pretty handy. Oops. So this is my hunter. We'll look at gear compare. Say all of a sudden I got a new piece of gear. I got Ash Veins, Razor Coral. Awesome. Great trinket. I hate using it. Anyway, so you can choose which slot it's going to go in. Same thing with the rings, same thing with the weapons if you have 2 weapons. Whether it has a socket, so on and so forth. And you just hit compare items, and it'll go through the whole rigmarole, and it'll spit out just like this. So you can see, getting this one trinket is a 1,790 DPS increase if I utilize it correctly. Now, the Droptimizer is one of the ones that we've ran over here, but we're still waiting. Now, the Droptimizer will show you what pieces of gear are an upgrade from what you have. Now, this is extremely handy because this is a dynamic gear list that you can run, and you don't have to have gear lists, you don't have to try to figure out what is best in slot. This is a bunch of simulations that will tell you, hey, this is a 5.4% increase in your damage. So you can also scroll down and you can see, oh, trinket 2. This is the trinket that I will be replacing. This is how much of an increase I will get. There's lots of cool things you can do with Raidbots, and there's a lot of cool things you can do with the Raidbots Discord bot. Anyway, I will make another video, and the Discord bot will be in that one, and it will go over the simple things you can do. The Discord bot is a premium bot that is hooked up to the APOTH Discord, and we all have access to it, so please utilize it. If you have any questions on how to use Raidbots, please reach out and let us know. If you need somebody to run something on a premium version, let us know that as well, and we'll go from there. Thank you.